Okay, now folks, this is a drone footage of Sansar Pokhar. Sansar Pokhar, where Guru Padmasambhava was released from Samsara. This is Sansar Pokhar, where Guru Padmasambhava was released from Samsara. See the similarities in the name Samsara and Sansar, Samsara and Sansar. And Sansar Pokhar, Tibetans were looking for Pema. The ancient Tibetans who wrote about Sansar Pokhar, they called the lake Pema. Pema means the Lotus lake. Just next to this lake, there is a small pond with a stupa in between, which had that lotus, and it has that lotus, folklore. The local folklore, a king and queen would come and sit on a lotus. So folks, this is the lotus pond, Pema, and which the Tibetans mispronounced as Pema. See, you can see So is Sansar, Pema is Pokhar, so is Sansar, Pema is Pokhar. Now Tibetans have placed this in Lake Rewalsar in Himachal Pradesh. Lake Rewalsar. Now Lake Rewalsar is an ancient name. In which Tibetan text is Rewalsar written? In which Tibetan text? There's no Tibetan text which has Rewalsar written. So basically, So Pema is Sansar Pokhar. So for Sansar, P for Pokhar. See, the Tibetans who had come here, they most probably didn't take back written material. See, to take back written material, those days you didn't have laptops, you didn't have, books. To take back written material, they would have had to take mules and mule loads of written material back to Tibet. So what the Tibetans most probably did was memorized everything. They memorized what they saw, they memorized the names. Yes, the names they memorized, they wobbled it, they mispronounced it, but they memorized things and they went back and wrote. They did not carry the written stuff back with them. It was too, vast. All the written stuff, what the ancient Tibetans wrote is too vast to carry back. They saw, they learned, they studied, and they went back and they wrote. So this is your Pema. Now, in the middle of Bihar, a small town called Lakhisarai, next to Laali Pahari, which you all say is mispronounced as Zangdok Palri, is the place where Guru Padmasambhava was dragged down from that his jail on that hillock, and he was burnt in a place which was surrounded by sesame oil. That is just next to Sansar Pokhar. And what the Tibetans call it, they call it Khiu Khalding Tsal. Khiu Khalding Tsal. They have given a different meaning for Khiu Khalding Tsal. Khiu Khalding Tsal is actually three major lakes in this area. Tsal is Sansar, which you are just now viewing, and Khalding is Ghatti, Ast Ghatti, 8 ghats. That is where Padmasambhava and Mandarva would come and bathe in when they were living in Zangdok Palri in Laali Pahari. And then you have Kiul. Kiul is Kiul, where you have this, where they tried to burn Guru Padmasambhava. This is just next to this Sansar Pokhar here, which you are viewing on in the video. So basically, they dragged the king. He dragged down Padmasambhava when he realized that he wouldn't stop chatting with his daughter. So, and tried to burn him. See, the folklore also says that. The folklore says that, the lotus shook. The local folklore says the lotus shook, after which the king and queen stopped coming. So actually, this change in the narrative in the local folklore is because people later on Padmasambhava was prayed to and he became a mammoth character in this area. So the people were ashamed that they had tried to burn him. So it seems the local folklore is changed from burning lotus flower on which they were sitting shook, and after which they stopped coming. So anyway, and then the locals say it was because of this shaking of the lotus flower that the Islamic invasion took place. It is the strength of the person who was in that lotus flower. That's Padmasambhava, no doubt. So basically, this is Sansar Pokhar. Folks, you can view the lake. It's a huge lake, and this is the name itself says Sansar. He was freed from Samsara. And it was here that the king apologized to Padmasambhava and allowed him to live with Mandarva, allowed them to live together. So just a kilometer to the east of this place is Jora temple. Jora temple means the couple's temple. The couple's temple where you have around 10 or 12 statues of Padmasambhava and Mandarva, which tally with the Thanga paintings of Padmasambhava. So folks, this is your So Pema. So is for Sansar, Pema is for Pokhar. This is the Lotus Lake. The local folklore speaks about the local Lotus Lake. There is no local folklore in your Lake Rewalsar in Himachal Pradesh of any lotus or anything. It is just Tibetans have, who identified the place, that this is the place where so and so happened. They chose Lake Rewalsar simply because it is in Mandi district, and Mandi sounds similar to Mandarva. This is the only connection to that story. Anyway, Mandarva's palace is up here. It is Mano, and this is So Pema. Folks, have your last view of So Pema, and thank you very much.